Hey guys, so I am going to show you how to add materials and then export it out to BAKIN. Um, so this is a helmet that I made. I'm working on a helmet pack. So what I've got here is separated materials. What we're going to do is going to name them. So I'm going to name that gold and helmet and visor and bone, I guess, I don't know, teeth, whatever. Okay, so now that that's named, I'm gonna add my own texture. I'm gonna paint it, so I'm gonna come back. You can add your own textures. You want to go into um, image in the base color and switch it to image texture, and then this is where you're gonna connect your image onto that. So I'm gonna do that for each material. You can create a new image if you want. Let's see. And then you can go into texture paint and then just paint it with the colors there. You just choose your colors here and then you zoom in and then just paint it. Make sure you switch it to material so you can see the material. But I paint it in Substance Painter, so I'm going to do that and then I'll come back and attach the texture. And I am, by the way, okay. Another thing I like to do so I can see it better here is just turn down that and turn up the roughness. Same thing here, here. All right, and I've already have it triangulated. You want to make sure you do that before you export it. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back, and I'm gonna go ahead and import my images that I just painted in Substance. And so they've all been imported. There's a helmet, and we are good to export this out. I'm going to export it into the same folder where my images are saved. So just go to File, Export FBX, and then let's move into BAKIN. And import that in. There you go. I'm going to hit OK. It's probably not rotated right, or I think you can change the setting of how it rotates, but I just brought it in. Okay, it looks good. Oh, it looks upright. Okay, so now we have all the materials in. Now we can go into materials, and then down here we should be able to mess with the roughness and the all these things. So like for the gold one, I'll probably do something like 0.8, metallic maybe 0.3, and then a 0.5. I don't know. Just mess. Well, it's not that shiny. About a 0.5. What about a 0.3 here? There we go. It's looking better. Do we want that to shine? Yeah. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Let's go back to your model. There you go. You got some shine on it now. We'll do the same for the visor. I'll probably drop this down some. See what that looks like. There you go. So that's how you bring in the things. There is another kind of texture that you can do. If you go into materials, you'll see that some of these have the extra settings. Actually, you have an extra, it says normal map. In a matter of time, let me just bring up this software. Here we go. It's called Materialize. and we're going to just make just a quick normal, just so I can show you what it does when we import it. So if you haven't used this software, it's okay. You can mess with all these settings and create your own maps up here. Okay, so we're going to open that up. Alright, and so from there, now you want to go ahead and create a height map, and then you want to save it. Let's just set it, and then that'll open up the normal map, and we can create that. You can move these settings to try to mess with it. Then you set it, you want to show full material, and that's what you get. That's not what I want, but you get the point. Let's go ahead and just save this normal map. Let's go ahead and just save this normal map here in the S. I'm going to name this as 2 so we can see the difference, and export. Okay. Let's just add new ones, and then we can just delete them. Alright, so here we go. We've got it in.
No way, guys. Like there's this mute character, right? And it said.
Alright, so when trying to add a normal map onto it, you switch it over. It gives you can get this error here where it's saying that it doesn't have vertex format tangent. And a way to fix that is whenever you're going to export your file, you want to go to export FBX, and then if you scroll down in geometry, you want to click that. So we'll go ahead and do it S2 export. And let's get rid of this one. Yes. Alright, let's bring it back in. So it's going to be that one. Hit OK. Add all new. Right, there we go. So let's go into the material here. Oh. So let's go ahead and switch this over to AN, and for the normal map, I've already, maybe not, let's see. Yeah, here is my normal map that I made. We're gonna add it. There you go. And let's make this shiny. So I think I had it at 0.3, 0.5, and 1. Let's try that. So you can see it doesn't look that great, but you get rid of that error. Yeah, so I mean, the normal map it would have generated wouldn't it look like this. I'll do it on my next model so you can see what it would look like. But yeah, that's it, guys. So I don't think there are any characters in here yet. So let's go ahead and add a character and try this helmet on to see what it would look like. So I guess this will be 2 tutorials, show you how to set up the main character. We just want to go into models, going to add, and then it's going to be in your ready to use. We'll go to characters, we'll do this one. Oh, we'll use this one. We're gonna add it. So give it a second. Alright, there she is. And well, if we play with it now, she's just gonna walk around like this. Alright, so let's add on the motions that it came with. What you want to do is go down to motions, and then we're going to go ahead and add the Okay, make sure it's set to here, character motion, and I believe it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. It looks like the character 1, this is the character 2 that I'm using, and then there's a slime one. So we're going to go ahead and add. Now when you create your custom motions, you'll see that they'll all come out here, and then you would have to come in here and decide which ones need to be looped and which ones don't. So for example, if you click on one, it'll switch to it. Right? You can always add more if you have more in your timeline whenever you create them, and then you can just set the start and end. So we're going to go ahead and add this to the character. So if we go back to the model, here's our model. We want to create a stamp for it. Give it a second. Did I click it? Yeah, okay, so now she's a stamp. So from here, you want to go to motion here and click there, and you want to load up the one that you just did. This one. So we're going to go ahead and add it, and now you see that she's got the motion. If you want to watch them, just click here and you can see. There you go. So now let's add the helmet to her. So in order to do that, they are in subgraphics. So we're going to turn that on. It'll give you this new bar. Let's move this over so we can see. We're going to go ahead and add one. And it's a good thing to know what your bones are called. So maybe make a cheat sheet and just kind of play around and see where you want to add them. So for example, if we just go ahead and add the subgraphic, we're gonna add the one that we just made. Let's add this one. We'll see what both look like. Let's just add this one. So there you go. Her head is a little bigger than the helmet. If you apply position, let's see. Okay, it's not locking. So that's because it's stuck to the root and it's just staying on the ground. So if we were to, okay, I guess that one's locked in, but we want to switch the bone to okay, so I've got to find, oh, here we go. So it's the head right there. That's way too tall. Now I would probably in the settings already like when I create the pack, I'll have them to where it's already here if you switch it to head, so you don't have to rotate them. But just for this, let's go ahead and bring it down. -1. There we go. Okay, so (1.2). Nope. 1.05. We're gonna have to make the helmet a little bigger. For now, let's just leave it. But you can scale it here. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And we're gonna switch our main character. Alright, we're gonna go over to database now. We're gonna go to cast. We're gonna create a hero. And it's gonna be the one we just made. Hit add. And we're gonna hit OK. Now we go into game definition, and we want to switch this over to the character we just made. Hit add. We're good to go. Apply. Okay. Now let's just test it. anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next one.